Welcome back to Diary of a Speed Reader. Today's book is The Body by Bill Bryson, and I'm giving it 5 stars. This week we've been talking about health and wellness, and Bill Bryson can absolutely write. He deserves to be the New York Times best-selling author that he's proven time and time again that he can be. And he takes a ridiculous mountain of information about the body and puts it into this book. The one thing I would say is that there's almost no way you finish reading this and you don't think to yourself, wow, we know a lot, but we really don't know very much. I mean, if you're a young person trying to figure out where can you make your mark, definitely there is a lot still to learn in the field of biology. I'm going to give you 3 of my takeaways. But first, we're coming closer and closer to the end of my 100-day challenge, and I will be continuing onwards on YouTube. If you're on Instagram, the link is in my bio, or you can just go to YouTube and type in Diary of a Speed Reader. Alternatively, if you're on YouTube, go ahead and press that button down below. If you're on Facebook, click through and press the button to subscribe on YouTube. That would mean a lot to me. Now let's get into this book. The first thing for me had to do with this realization that Mother Nature scales better than we do, and yet she doesn't do it anything like what we do. I mean, the ways in which each individual is so unique and different, from fingerprints, which no two people have as the same, to skin color, and all the different ways in which the mechanisms work that allow us to be us and to continue to live and thrive. It is pretty fascinating, and Bill Bryson provides plenty of details across the entire body. The second thing has to do with the idea that as far as we have come, as much as we think we know, there's still so much that we absolutely do not know that you would think we ought to. You know, that has been a theme all week, and even in some of the books that didn't make the cut, they still give you this theme of so many unknowns. For example, we've been studying the human cold, not even the flu, but the cold. Still don't know where it really comes from. We don't even know if our impression that cold temperatures tend to breed colds more than warm temperatures. We don't even know if that's true. It's crazy. And then there's the idea that we only barely know about hormones and their impact on the body. I mean, consider how many people are on things like birth control or hormone replacement therapy, and we have no idea. It is amazing. The third thing has to do with some of the recent oddities and what they necessarily point towards. For example, allergies are not genetic. So for whatever reason, there's this whole generation of people that are allergic to peanuts or allergic to any number of different things, but their parents are not, nor were their grandparents, etc. I mean, what do you think that's all about? And then also, things like asthma in the East are considered like a primarily and predominantly Western disease. We don't know why. Interesting, right? Like, what does that potentially imply? And then obesity, we've just tipped the scales, whereas the entire bodily system is actually designed towards scarcity, and now we have obesity happening and we don't know what to do with some of the side effects associated with it. It's really fascinating what we are doing to ourselves as a society. I mean, I think it's going to be so fascinating what we learn in the next decade and the decades to come. And I really hope that if you're a young person and you've somehow chanced on watching this, that you're inspired to go into this field and not feel bad if you're reading something and you're like, that didn't make sense to me. Guess what? It might be because it actually doesn't make sense. Speed reading stats. This book is 449 pages. It took me 1 hour and 43 minutes to read. If you'd like to learn more about speed reading, feel free to comment below. Otherwise, thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing to my YouTube channel, and thank you so much to the New York Public Library for having books available. This is really crazy times, and I think it's really great that you guys are providing your service. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you tomorrow.